Myles Fowl stood front and centre on the lacquered wood of the South Bank main stage in an auditorium that was packed with the cream of Europe's coroners and pathologists. For even though Corpse was a British organisation, doctors had flown from all over the world to hear the fowl prodigy speak, and Myles had not disappointed. Unless one was disappointed by the fact that the pompous 12-year-old, dressed in a formal tuxedo, bow tie and gleaming patent leather loafers, had not tripped over his own inflated ego and fallen flat on his smug face. Myles had expertly covered molecular pathology, computational pathology, and the clear advantages of medicological investigators being recognised as first responders. And he was finishing up with some coroner-related puns. "And so my examination is over," he said, deactivating the laser pointer in his eyeglass frames. "And while I am certain there will be many post-mortems in the bar, unless there is an inquest, this 12-year-old body must be released." Not exactly hilarious stuff, but the members of Corpse were not expecting stand-up comedy, and so, for the most part, they were content to applaud politely. But not everyone was content. A hand shot up from the clumped gloom of the audience. "Before you go hang out with your amazing and much more interesting brother," said the short man attached to the hand. He wore thick glasses and sported a bushy moustache. "Maybe I can ask you a question, Master Fowl?" Myles appeared to fall for the bait. "I hate to stand on ceremony," he said, "but I do prefer to be addressed as Dr. Fowl when the occasion calls for it, or even Professor Fowl in specialist situations like this." The man stood, his head jutting into the beam of Myles's spotlight, and read his question from a card. "That's just it, isn't it, Master Fowl? I've done a bit of digging, and you may have doctorates in other areas, but it seems that your PhD in criminal pathology does not exist. It seems very much like you are here under false pretenses." "Oh, that," said Myles, as though misrepresenting himself was nothing. "I can explain that." This admission was met with gasps and chatters. Could it be that Myles Fowl was in fact a charlatan? A fake? The questioner flicked to a second card and read the statement written there. "I think we would all very much like to hear you try." Myles gave his full attention to the mustachioed man who had dared to question him. "It is true," he said, "that earlier this morning I had no official qualification in pathology, but if you'll allow me a moment to check my email—" Myles switched his focus to the lenses of his graphene smart glasses and refreshed his mail feed. "Ah, yes, here we are. As promised by the Irish Medical School. My doctorate was conferred several minutes ago. I think you'll find that I actually achieved an unprecedented, perfect score." With a series of blink commands, Myles cast the email to the large screen behind him. The attendees saw a copy of Myles's latest doctorate, along with an animation of a digital Myles in a cap and gown. This supplied by NANI, the Nano Artificial Neural Network Intelligence System that lived in his spectacles. The questioner was melodramatically aghast. "Are you telling us that you qualified during your lecture?" "That is true," conceded Myles. "What kind of poopy-headed move was that?"